Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalam O Alikum. Dear student, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn with Azam. Today we will discuss about new syllabus Physics SSC to National Book Foundation. Unit number 11 Sound. We will discuss according to SLO base or FBISC requirement exercise comprehensive questions. Question number 10 to 11, 10 to 12. In previous video, we can discuss about question number 7 to 9. Now in part 4, question number 10. Explain the difference of speed of sound in different mediums. What different properties of medium which affect the speed of sound? Now, the answer of this question, speed of sound in different media. Now, we can say that the speed of sound depend upon the density and elasticity of medium through which it travels. In general, the sound travels faster in a liquid than in a gases and quicker in a solid than in a liquid. The greater the elasticity and lower the density, the faster the sound travel in a medium. Here we will add that the speed of sound in air or gases is approximately equal to 343 meter per second. Now the speed of sound in liquid is 5 to 7 times faster as compared to the air. And we also say that the speed of sound in a solid object 15 to 17 times greater. Now we will further explain speed of sound in solid. Sound is nothing more than a disturbance of propagate by the collision between the particle, one molecule hitting the next and so forth. So solid are significantly denser than a liquid and gases. So this means is that the molecule are close to each other in a solid, in liquid and the liquid than in a gases. This closeness due to the density mean that they can collide very quickly. So the speed of sound is effectively it take less time for a molecule of solid to bump into its neighbor molecule. So due to this advantage, we can say that the velocity of sound in a solid is faster than liquid and gases. So we can also say that the speed of solid object, the speed of sound in solid is 6000 meter per second, while the speed of sound in a steel is equal to 5100 or 5100 meter per second. And other interesting fact about the speed of sound is travel 35 times faster in a diamond than in a air. Now we will discuss that speed of sound in liquid. We will discuss the speed of sound in liquid. Similarly, the density of liquid is greater than the density of gases. Therefore, the distance between the molecule are more in a liquid than in a solid but as less than in a gases. So we can say that the speed of sound in a liquid lie in between the speed of sound in solid and gases. Here we can write that the speed of sound in water. We will discuss the speed of sound in water is more than as the air and sound travel faster in a water than in a air. The speed of sound in water is 1480 meter per second It is also interesting that the speed of sound vary between 1450 to 1498 meter per second in the water. So we can say that the sea water speed is 1531 meter per second when the temperature between 20 to 25 Celsius. So we can also say that speed of sound in gases. Now we will discuss about the remaining of speed of sound in gases. We should remember that the speed of sound is independent of the density of the medium. When it enter the liquid or solid, since the gas expands to fall the given space. So the density is the reality and uniform irrespective of a gas type. So which is not cause the solid and liquid. The velocity of sound in gases is proportional to the square root of absolute value of the temperature. It is can be measured in a Kelvin. Still, it is independent of the frequency of sound wave or the pressure or the density of medium. But none of the gases we find the real life are as an ideal gases like causes the property change in slightly. The velocity of sound in air at 20 Celsius is 343.2 meter per second and it is transmitted to 1236 kilometer per hour. Now we will say that the speed of sound in vacuum. So we will discuss the speed of sound in a vacuum must be zero. So we can write that the speed of sound in a vacuum is 0 meter per second as there are no particles present in a vacuum. So the sound wave travel in a medium then in a particle or propagate with this sound wave. Since the vacuum is empty space, there is no propagation of sound wave. So we can write that the table of speed of sound in various medium can be given there. So in the medium we can discuss that the density and also the elasticity of object. Here we can verify the variation of compression and rarefaction of the solid and liquid and also the gaseous state. Such we can write the properties of speed of sound. This is the effect in seen clearly earthquakes. What is meant by the earthquake? Earthquake is created due to the movement of earth plates, which then send the disturbance in the form of wave similar to the sound wave through the earth and on the surface causing on a earthquake. So we can say that typically, compression or the wave travel in faster than the treating the wave. So earthquake always starting with the up and down of the motion and follows after the sometimes side to side motion. In this term, we can say that these waves are P waves. So we can call these waves are called the P wave. Now and transteering waves are called S waves. So these waves are distribute the wave into two types and damage the earthquake. Now in this topic we can see that the speed of sound in a solid is faster as compared to the liquid and it will be faster in liquid as compared to the gases. Simply we can say that the speed of sound in air or gases that is approximately equal to 343 meter per second and it is 5 to 7 times greater than in a liquid and 15 to 17 times faster as compared to the gases in a solid. Now we will discuss the next question, question number 11. Define reflection of sound. Explain the phenomena of echo and calculate the minimum distance between the sound source and the reflecting source to hear echo. Which animal use echolocation? So we can write the answer reflection of sound. The bouncing back of sound wave when it strikes the surface is called a reflection of sound. We can explain this as a reflection of water wave in a ripple tank. Sound wave can also made to the bonus back. So this bonus backing is called a reflection of sound. Some materials such as hard, smooth surface reflect the sound more than as they can observe. Other materials such as soft, they can observe the sound wave more than as compared to the reflect. Some people claim their singing voice is better than the other anywhere. So we can explain that the reflection of the sound arrives after 0.01 second. The human ears can be distinguished between the reflective sound from the original sound. Beside the hearing of the word, we can repeat that echo distance of object and its velocity of sound itself. Since the sound covers the distance s, then s is equal to 2s for going the receiving time in a delta t. Now the speed v is calculated by v is equal to 2s divided by delta t, or we can also write that s is equal to v delta t divided by 2. Now we can mean that calculate the minimum distance from echo can be here. So reverberations. What is meant by reverberations is the to the presence of sound after the sounding source has stopped, it called a reobservation. So we can write that a reflection of sound arrival before 0.1 second, so increase in the volume of reverberations of the speed of sound. Now we will take that the explanation of this topic is more sound due to the multiple reflection is called the reobservation. So here we can hearing the some sound mixed together. This is called the reobservation. Now we will read the question number 12. Difference between noise and music. And what is explain how the noise is called a noisiness. Here we can write the some parameters of sound and noise. But first of all, discuss the definition. Sound, it is defined as the continuous vibrating and the travel from one medium to another medium. But noise is not is defined as unplanned sound that cause the disturbance. Now, effect on health. Sound has positive effect on our health, but noise has negative effect on our health, hearing loss and etc. Now, sound carries the positive communication and audible related, but noise is carrying the negative irritation and incompressible. Now we will discuss about music and noise. Here we can discuss the four difference between music and noise. Music, any sound that plays our ears is terms or music. And unwanted and unpleasant sound are called a noise that are unpleasant for our ears is called a noise. Music is produced by musical instruments as compared to the violin, keyboard and etc. But noise is produced a heavy duty trucks, railway, horns and etc. or loudspeakers. Similarly, music is a frequency of wavelengths that are hormones, but it is a noise is irregular waveform that wavelength and low frequencies. So music has very smooth and pleasant effect, but noise is a not pleasant effect, and it is confusion between the two people. Now we will discuss about that what is meant by noise. Noise pollution is exclusively displays the sound disturbance, the balance or activity of human or the other living thing is called a noise. Now we will explain this. The first type of noise pollution is involve the noise that are so loud that put the sensitive part of air. We can about 85 decibel can be being damage our hair, and it is 120 decibel or immediate damage. Now we can say that the sound level produce a jet engine or a few meter away from about 140 decibel. The worker is noisy area, that is airport, hand ferry, hand phones and etc. that are damaged inner ears. So sound king of noise pollution involve the noise. So we can say that sound irritating and sometime it will be irritate for our head achieve and etc. Now we can explain that study have found of long term that noise is a potentially service of health problem and addition to our hearing loss and young children and etc. Human effect of a noise pollution. So there are many human pollution that are disturbance from the noise. Animals and plants are also noise pollution, and it observes the damage and nervous system in the plant growth and affect the